All right, let's talk about the boy who cried wolf. But, we're not going to treat this like some bedtime story. No, today we're digging into it like a case study, a serious look at something incredibly fragile, and that's trust.
So let's just cut right to the chase, right? No one believes a liar even when he tells the truth. Wow, I mean, that's the whole story in a nutshell, isn't it? Think of it as the final verdict from our little investigation here. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. How trust gets built, how it's tested, and how it can just completely fall apart.
Okay, so for any good case study, you've got to understand the starting point, right? So let's dive into the setup. What were the conditions that really set the stage for this total breakdown of trust? So what's the situation here? You've got this one kid, and he's got a pretty important job, watching the village's sheep. But, and this is key, he's all alone all day long. He's bored out of his mind. And when you mix boredom with isolation, what do you get? Well, you get the perfect storm for a really, really bad decision. He's just looking for a little excitement, a little attention, and he's about to find it.
And this brings us to the first major incident. This is the moment it all starts to go wrong. The boy decides, just for fun, to break that unspoken rule, that social contract he has with everyone else.
So he does it. Wolf, wolf. And you have to understand, that's not just him shouting into the void. It's like he's sending a fake alert into the community's emergency system. He knows exactly what's supposed to happen when he says that word. He's literally using their willingness to help as a tool for his own entertainment.
And what happens? The villagers do exactly what they're supposed to do. They drop their tools, they stop what they're doing, and they come running. I mean, the system works perfectly. They're ready to help. But when they get there, nothing. No wolf. It was all a lie, a false alarm.
Now, pay attention to this part because it's really important. The villagers are mad, for sure, but they don't completely write him off. They give him a warning, right? Do not lie to us again. They're essentially giving him a second chance. They're saying, look, we're drawing a line. Don't cross it again. So, yeah, trust has been damaged, but it's not totally shattered yet.
So, you'd think he'd learn his lesson, right? Well, this is where things really start to go downhill. The second lie. This is where that little crack in the foundation starts to become a real problem.
Okay, so just look at the difference here. The first time he lies, the villagers are upset. And what do? They give him a warning. They're still talking to him, still trying to fix the problem. But the second time? Oh, it's a whole different story. The emotion goes from upset to angry. And their action, it's not a warning anymore, it's silence. They've just checked out. And that's the tipping point. They've decided the source of the information, the boy, is no longer reliable. And that silence? Well, that silence leads directly to the tragic ending. This is where we see the real, devastating price of all those lies.
And here's the terrible irony. This time, a wolf actually shows up. And it's not some loud, dramatic entrance. It just appears, quietly. The fake danger he screamed about is now a very real, very silent threat. The one time he desperately needs people to listen, the communication line is dead. And guess who cut the wire? He did.
And this is just a complete step-by-step system failure. Step 1, the wolf shows up for real. Step 2, the boy is terrified and he screams for help, and he means it this time. Step 3, nobody comes. His cries are just noise to them now. And step 4, the sheep are gone. The one thing everyone was supposed to protect is lost. All because the warning system was deliberately broken.
So after all that, what's the big lesson here? What's the real price of a lie? Let's break it down.
It really all comes down to this. Trust is fragile. It's like glass, It takes a long time to build and make it strong, but it can be shattered in a second. And once it's broken, you can't just wish the pieces back together. It's just not that easy.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Broken trust, it's a condition where the truth has no power. Think about that. It's not just that people don't believe you. It's that your words, even when they're 100% true, have become completely worthless. The boy was screaming the truth, but his words just bounced off this wall of lies that he'd built himself.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one thought. The boy obviously paid a price, but so did the villagers, right? They lost their sheep. It really makes you think, when trust is broken, who really pays the final price? Is it ever just one person?